Good morning, everybody. Guess I'll start at the top with today's game, or tonight's game. We play Eastern at 6:05. Kevin Duchesne, freshman left-hander, will be starting. He's been one of the four starters that we've used throughout the early games, and we look forward to a good start from him. We're coming off a big win against Indiana. I thought we played well this past weekend. Would have liked to hit a little bit better with runners in scoring position. But I thought we competed well and got very good pitching, and we actually out-hit Indiana on the weekend and weren't able to come up with a series win. But jumping back into today, looking forward to today's game. We need to continue to win games. I told the guys how important it is to win midweek games as we look at our RPI and what that means towards the end of the season as far as an NCAA bid. Then we move ahead to this weekend. We have Purdue coming in town. We need to do a very good job against Purdue from the standpoint that we need to get healthy in the Big Ten standings. We've had a couple tough series early, and this is a series that, again, I think we need to perform well and come out with at least a series win, if not, get a sweep to put us in good standing. We have a Friday night game at 6:05. Saturday's game will be at 3:05, and then Sunday's game is a Big Ten Network game. It's also one of our major promotional days. We're going to do our Bleacher Bum Barbecue. First 1,000 people in attendance will get a hot dog, chips, and a water. We will have an inflatable obstacle course that will be there for all the kids. There'll be face painting for the kids, as well as we will have a balloon artist there as well, so it'll be a fun family day. It's an event that's been very good for us in the past, and I'm excited that we're doing that on a Big Ten Network game. Hopefully we can get a huge crowd. Several years back when we played Ohio State in this game, we had over 5,000 fans, and so it's been a very good marketing event for us. As we move forward then, as Matt mentioned, on the 28th of April, we're going to do our annual Honor and Serve Day game, and we'll get information out on that in the future. But that Honor and Serve game, we will have the Navy ROTC at the field to present the colors. We want to honor Purple Heart recipients. And then the fundraiser portion, where we sell the jerseys, all that money will go to Roundhouse, which is not an organization, it's a home here in Champaign that's for runaway and wayward females, young females that need help and need a place to stay. So again, we'll honor some people from the military, and we'll turn around and hopefully do a good job of serving the community.
Coach, you talked about getting healthier in the standings. The teams you played are combined like 15-3 in the Big Ten. How has that helped you guys kind of early in the season to kind of get those series out of the way?
Well, I think we've competed well in those series, and yes, if you look at Nebraska and Indiana, they've done a good job. I think we should be up towards the top of the standings. The first weekend, we had some things that that happened that didn't allow us to win some games. Again, this past weekend, I thought we played a very, very good Indiana team, and I thought we were, a very good team as well. We just didn't come out with victories in those, but I do feel like we should be up in the top 1, 2, or 3 in the conference. We've got a little catch-up to do with Indiana because they've only lost one game. But playing those tough people early, I think that helps you as you move further into the Big Ten. We've played those people. Some people we're going to play have to turn around and play some of the better teams, and they have to play us as well. So I'm looking forward to this weekend and getting out and competing.
With everything at stake in the Big Ten, is it difficult to play these games like you have tonight midweek against non-conference opponents?
I don't think it should be difficult at all for our team to be ready to play these games and be excited. If you look at the amount of work that athletes put in throughout the year, if they can't get excited for between 50 and 60 games, then there's something wrong. I think in the past we've had letdowns midweek. I think sometimes that goes along with maybe a pitching staff that doesn't have depth. I really feel like we have good depth, and we ought to be able to compete from a pitching standpoint every single game. and these midweek games, I said, are very important. We talked about that last night. The teams that come in here to play us, or the teams that we go to play midweek, look at us as a state university, and they get up to play us. So we have to go out and be sharp every single game.
What have you seen out of Kevin Johnson, and I guess what do you expect from him this week?
Well, Kevin's had a very good year. He's continued to improve each and every year. Was excited when he decided to come back this year as a senior. He's been very consistent. He lost a tough ball game this past weekend in Indiana. Again, we didn't hit with runners in scoring position, but I expect Kevin to go deep into games all the time. He always gives us an opportunity to win. He's become more consistent, so I'm looking for a big game again on Friday. I know he'll be excited to pitch in front of a home crowd.
And you guys have been really good closing at the end of games, too. Do you expect to leave Brian Roberts kind of in the setup role and keep with Reed Roper, or are you going to switch that around?
Well, Jamal, I really like a lot of things that we've been able to do at the back of the bullpen. We have made some decisions based on some injuries to some position players at times to leave Brian in even into the ninth inning so we can keep Reed at second base. I'm very confident when both those pitchers go in. So it gives us the luxury of not over-pitching anybody. We talked about making sure that unless it's an emergency, we don't use Brian tonight, and we use Reed as a closer. So it's kind of a two-headed monster for us and a luxury. So again, we're very confident with whoever we bring in late.
Anything else for Coach? Let's talk a little bit about the hitting of Justin Parr with .433. That's an incredible average.
Yeah, Justin has really matured as a hitter. He's obviously leading the team, one of the top hitters in the Big Ten. It's not easy to hit for that high of average, obviously, but when you put somebody in the 3-hole, pitchers attack you differently. He's seen a lot of off-speed pitches. At times they've pitched around him, and again, that comes back to maturity where he's gone out and taken pitches and been very patient. I think when you take pitches and you are patient, you get advantage counts, and then pitchers have to, throw things in the zone and throw things up in the zone more. I think the other factor with him being successful is the fact that we've been able to run a lot, and so when you have a team that can run and you put pressure on opposing pitchers, they elevate pitches, and the guys in front of Justin have done a good job of getting on base. But really happy for Justin. He's played extremely well, and I look forward to him continuing that throughout the year.
Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
Just a reminder, all Illinois home games, like you said in the motion for each round, free admission and free parking for all fans.